I am reading up on Nan Yin, and I gotta tell you, after everything that I've just read, I haven't read everything about her, but Nan Yin is actually going to be game-breaking, and I know I've been preaching Fiona, I've been preaching Yulan for the last, 3 or 4 weeks, but I think that Nan Yin is going to be the character that literally everyone needs to get every advancement of this character. This is going to be probably the best character in the game. It's probably going to break the game. And if you were looking for a reason to get back on Tower of Fantasy, I mean, I think Nan Yin is it. So let's just get right into this. I'm sorry for how long this video is going to be, if it is going to be super long, but I'm just going to go through and read everything. Everything that seems interesting about the character. I've got a bunch of stuff here that I found on Reddit. So shout out to the Reddit guy for doing Reddit things. Alright, so let's just look at the first thing that I thought was really cool about Nan Yin is just in her normal attacks, right? The black bamboo. Okay, so the first thing says Hollow Abyss Flow. This is when you hold her normal attack button. Press and hold normal attack button. This is so cool. Like, I can't wait to see how this actually works. While on the ground, press and hold normal attack to create an abyss flow at the current location. Click on created marker on the world map to teleport to that location or configure it. Up to 2 abyss flows can exist at a time. So I'm guessing that she can make her own teleport locations on the map so she can teleport wherever she wants. How cool is that? I think that she needs to be able to do like 6 of those. You know what I mean? Like, they had that little teleport thing on Genshin where you have to craft it, and I always thought that was kind of lame. Like, you should be able to just like put your teleport wherever you want to go. But this character actually does it, so that is so cool. And it feels so anime-like because she can literally travel to wherever she feels like an Aes Sedai right now. She can just travel, and it's so cool. I'm loving it. And then she's got this vortex field. This sounds so good. Okay, so vortex field says use normal attack during a short perfect dodge window. Use the directional button before dodging to trigger vortex field. So this is a dodge skill with the directional. Dark matter is created at the chosen location, dealing damage equal to 360% of attack. When enemies pass near the dark matter, a vortex field is formed that pulls them together. When passing through the vortex field, the Wanderer gains dimension defense effect for 15 seconds, which allows to block one attack from a target whose damage will not exceed 300% of the Wanderer's max HP. Up to one dimension defense effect can be received every 15 seconds. And that sounds really cool. I can't wait to see the animation of that. Just to create this black hole. I think that's what it is, a vortex. I just assume she creates a black hole, like a small one, and it just pulls people together. So that's going to be super cool. Alright, so let's look at her regular skill now. Okay, so the regular skills, these seem really freaking wicked. Okay, so she's got something called hyperspace. Now, this sounds so completely anime. Alright, listen to this. It says, Wanderer gains temporary invulnerability, activates hyperspace, and deals damage equal to 2,080% of attack to nearby targets, also slowing them by 65% for 3 seconds. Has no effect in team play and against bosses. At the same time, triggers Shadow skill. Cooldown 60 seconds. Wanderer soars in the air and forces nearby enemies to enter hyperspace. Hyperspace lasts up to 60 seconds, during which the Wanderer gains the hyper body effect and Black Bamboo's damage ignores enemies' shields. Hyperspace gain 2 plus the number of enemies in the area times 1 energy every second. When the amount of stored energy reaches 45, hyperspace collapses, dealing damage equal to 6% or 0.6% of Wanderer's damage in hyperspace, not including shadow damage plus 2,000% of attack. Hyperspace disappears prematurely after 4 collapses. So that is super cool. Hey, I want to take the time now to say thank you for checking out the video for Tower of Fantasy and looking at why Nan Yin is so broken. I want to ask you to do me a favor. If you are subbed to this channel and you have those notifications on, come on back to the channel and check out some of the videos that I upload. I am uploading Tower of Fantasy almost every day. I would really appreciate if you showed your support and, left your comments down below of those videos. Check out the newest video that I've made. I know it's a little bit longer, but I had a lot to say about frost tanking. I spent a lot of time on the video, so I'd really appreciate it if you checked the video out and then gave your constructive, positive constructive criticism down in the comments of the video, whether it be about the video or about how the video was created. I would really appreciate your support there. And also, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I am VSGN Social, V as in Victor, SGN Social, all one word, on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I follow people back on Twitter, and also I am looking to grow my platform on TikTok. So if you support me, you support Tower Fantasy content, check me out on TikTok. They're doing up to 10-minute videos now on TikTok, so I have been doing that over there, uploading TikToks every single day, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day, stuff that I don't upload here on YouTube, so I'd appreciate your support there. Alright, her next skill, it's called Butterfly Dance. In team play, after any successful black bamboo dodge skill creates one butterfly that will follow the wanderer for 60 seconds. So she dodges and creates a butterfly, sort of like Coco Ritter. When attack resonance, balance resonance is active, the butterfly surrounds the wanderer's target. Its flight path forms a visual trail and deals damage equal to 300% of the target's attack as it passes through the trail. When Fortitude Resonance is active, targets passing through the butterfly's trail are slowed by 65% for 2 seconds. So it doesn't say just like normal enemies. You can do the bosses. That's crazy. Allies, including yourself, pass through the butterfly's trail, receive a shield equal to 10% of max HP, stacking up to 20% and lasts for 15 seconds. Shield can be received once per sec. You know I'm a shield guy, right? I love shields in any game, and this character gives you a shield just by using a dodge skill and passing through a trail. Oh my gosh. When Benediction Resonance is active, when an ally takes lethal damage and falls to the ground, the butterfly helps them up immediately and then disappears. Oh, that is so good. Oh my god, bro. Why? Yo, see, these devs know how to make a good character, bro. They know how to make a good character, and they just made a fantastic character. This is going to be a character worth the money. Like, every other character has been good so far. Like, Yulan has been good, Fiona has been good, Ling Han has been good, but this character is, like, on a whole nother level of good. Like, what the fuck? Okay. So, I guess this is her... Okay, yeah, these are her weapon chips. Her 2-piece set says, increase all attack types by 20%. Shadow inherits an additional 30% of the Wanderer's attack the first time you deal damage in combat. Okay, so I haven't talked about the shadow yet, but when she enters a trance state, she creates like a shadow, and I'll read about it in just a second, but she creates a shadow that attacks for her, and you can also, like, manipulate the shadow yourself. I'll read it in just a second. The first time you deal damage in combat, no way! That is so good with this weapon chip set. That's so good with this weapon. The first time you deal damage in combat, 1000%. I wonder if it means... I hope it doesn't mean, like, when you switch to the weapon, you hit somebody, you gain 1,000, and then you switch to another weapon and switch back to the weapon, you don't gain 1,000 again. I hope you, like, are able to, like, keep doing it. That would be broken if you could keep doing it, though. I think it's probably just a one-time thing. 4-piece set, when equipped with black bamboo, critical damage... She increases your crit damage with the 4-piece set? Get the... What? When equipped... I'm going broke this month, bro. I'm going broke this month. When equipped with black bamboo, critical damage increases 22% and final damage increases 28%. This set effect works in the offhand slot. Only the set with the highest star rating. So that's actually really good. Increasing crit... That's super good. Okay, so her first awakening says increase final damage by 13%, and her second one, increase final damage by 18%. When black bamboo is the current active weapon, all elemental damage is increased by 14% for each equipped weapon of a different element. So she works with alter weapons, and she works with different weapons. That is so good. Okay, so let's look at... Okay, yeah. Let's look at this one. Okay, so this is just her advancements. Okay, so this is her advancements. Let me enlarge it so you guys can read along with me. Okay. So this is the first advantage. So you got a shatter of 12 and a charge of 12, which is so good. Elemental Resonance, last knock, increase attack by 30%, activate by equipping 3 altered weapons. This set effect works in the offhand slot. So we only have 2 other altered weapons. We have Fiona and we have Lynn. So if you've got Lynn and you're like me, you haven't like increased her at all, start increasing her. Okay. Then she's got something called Influence. After switching the weapon to Black Bamboo's damage element type will be... This is how Ultra weapons should all function. The element type switches to the last element. So if I'm using Mimi and I switch to Black Bamboo is going to be like a Volt weapon. I wonder if they're going to have like Volt like animations when she does her attacks. That would be so sick if they did. Oh man, that's so dope. Okay, and then she's got something called Temporary Dwelling. Any unlocked Wanderer's weapon can be enhanced with darkness in the settings of a specific weapon. Darkness enhanced weapons deal 4% more damage. That is actually dope. I imagine like this is how I feel like, right? It's like some anime stuff, right? The weapon is just like charged with like black energy, and because it's got the black energy around it now, like black ice and black lightning and black fire, it's just gonna do more damage because she's got this darkness. That's so cool. When not spreading to other weapons, darkness resides in Black Bamboo, increasing all Wanderers' damage increased by 9%. Damage dealt by 9% when Black Bamboo is the current active weapon. That's so cool. Alright, so let's see what our first advancement is and see if it's worth it. Alright, so our first advancement says increased damage, darkness damage buff is further increased by 1% for every 1 advancement level of darkness enhanced weapon. So that, I don't know how OP that is, but that sounds okay. Hyperspace. Damage's base multiplier is increased by 0.06% of total Wanderer's damage in hyperspace, plus 4,000% of attacks. So that's cool. The third advancement. Shadow inherits an additional 50% of the Wanderer's attack. Wow. So when she creates the shadow, it gets 50% more of the Wanderer's attack. Okay. If the Wanderer is not in a trance state, when the Wanderer takes lethal damage, the shadow disappears and the Wanderer becomes invulnerable for a short period of time. This effect triggers once every 60 seconds, with other similar effects triggering first, and works in the offhand slot. That's so good. Her fifth one, in hyperspace, you ignore 20% of the target's elemental resistance. The limit of created abyss flows is increased to 3. That's so cool. And then the sixth advancement, hyperspace, damages base multipliers increased to 0.12% of the Wanderer's damage in hyperspace, not including shadow damage, plus 4,000% of attack. So her advancement seems pretty good. The third one seems really good. Like, the third one seems super good. Alright, so now let's check out... Yeah, let's check out her skills now. No, we check out her ultimate. Okay, yeah, this is her ultimate. Okay. So her ultimate is called Harmony Fetters. Okay, when weapon charge is full or Fantasia is triggered upon switching to this weapon, remove all debuffs from the Wanderer, creates chains and shackles the target, slowing by 65% for 3 seconds, has no effect in team play and against bosses. Deal damage equal to 3,970% of attack. During this period, gain damage immunity for 2.6 seconds. Unavailable in Apex League. That sounds so good already. Passive. Shadow. Listen to this. This is so good. Like, I can't believe they even added something like this in the game. Harmony Fetters creates a shadow on the field, which synergistically attacks the same target with the Wanderer. Only one shadow can exist at a time. The shadow lasts for 20 seconds out of combat. Now, I'm wondering if it's actually going to show like a shadow version of yourself throwing attacks. Like, that would be so cool, because we got the one shadow thing, the one like relic, and it's just a shadow and it does nothing. It just sort of sits there and it just, you know, it's a very poor visual like effect. I want to see a Shadow out there actually fighting. You know what I mean? I think that would be sick. I hope they do that. For each equipped alter weapon or weapon of different elements, Shadow's damage increases by 10%. In addition, Shadow's damage is not affected by any damage boost effects except from Titan equipment's rare stats and won't trigger additional attack effects. Press and hold the dodge button to enter the trance stance. You become bound to the Shadow and can control its movements, but Shadow loses his synergy attack, which is replaced by Shadow normal attack and Shadow skill. So I don't know, that sounds like it might be moving independent when it's just you're not controlling it. So this is how you manipulate it. You enter a trance stance and now you can control it. When you enter a trance stance, Shadow goes into a rage state. Its movement speed, damage reduction, shatter, and charge rates are increased by 50%. In addition, Shadow's normal attack and skill damage is increased by the percentage of HP lost. Shadow Synergy periodically deals damage equal to 1,760 to 3,200% of Shadow's attack to the Wanderer's target. Shadow Aura every second deals damage equal to 800% of Shadow's attack to nearby targets. Shadow Normal Attack. Press the normal attack button to perform 4 consecutive attacks. Each attack deals damage equal to 4,800% to 7,700% of Shadow's attack to nearby targets. Counts as normal attack. That's so good. Shadow Skills. Spend 25% of Shadow's max HP and deals damage equal to 14,300 to 15,600% of Shadow's attack to nearby targets. And then Shadow Banishment. Shadow disappears when it takes lethal damage, when the Wanderer moves or retrieves Black Bamboo, or when Wanderer presses and holds the dodge button while trance stance is active, so if you actively leave it. Now, I think this is really cool right here. You have this thing called passive ambivalence. Like, this is like, I don't even know how to explain how cool this is. Just ambivalence. Harmony Fetters triggers an additional effect that depends on the element type of the previous weapon that was active before it was switched to Black Bamboo. Frost summons Darkness Baihu, that's the White Tiger, deals damage equal to 1,000% of attack and gains a shield equal to 60% of max HP for 30 seconds. At the same time, creates an ice storm for 60 seconds at the Wanderer's target location. Every second dealing damage equal to 700% of attack counts as normal attack damage. That's so good. So you literally summon the White Tiger and brother, wow. Flame summons Dark Wretch, the Black Crow. The boss, the Black Crow, deals damage equal to 1,000% of attack and inflicts burn for 5 seconds every second, dealing damage equal to 320% of attack. That is so good. And then Volt summons Dark Wretch Long Qiang, I think that says, deals damage equal to 1,000% of attack when the Wanderer is not in trance state. Every second consumes 5% of Shadow's max HP to deal additional equivalent damage to nearby targets. And then Physical summons Darkness Hornmane, deals damage equal to 1,000% of attack and grants a sweeping effect for 30 seconds, dealing additional damage equal to 750% of attack to nearby targets. When a critical hit is landed, counts as normal attack damage. Additional damage can trigger once per 0.85 seconds. And then Altered summons Darkness Teodi. What? Deal damage equal to 1,050% of attack. The Shadow additionally inherits 100% of the Wanderer's attack. Wow. When Shadow disappears, an explosion is created. An explosion is created, dealing damage equal to 15,000% of Shadow's attack counts as skill damage. Jesus. Brother. And that's all there was. Nan Yin's going to be broken. Nan Yin is 1,000% going to be the most broken character that we have. I thought Fiona was going to be super good, but Nan Yin is literally going to be it. Nan Yin is going to be the one to get. And I think it's time to hop back on the game because stuff is about to get very interesting with Nan Yin on the field. And I'm so, you know what even more than this, I'm super hopeful for the future now because seeing that they added this OP broken crap, like there's stuff here that I didn't even think they could do, and they did it. Like just the teleporting thing on a map on alone is so good, and then the darkness enhancing your weapons. You create a shadow clone. She creates shadow clones. How freaking cool is that to have a little crow, a shadow version of Crow just on the field doing his thing. Brother, I am so excited for Nan Yin. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Nan Yin and if you're going to pull for it, if this is going to bring you back to the game to play it so you can use this awesome character. Like, I don't know, man. Are you gonna wail on this or not? Like, I feel like even if you aren't like a whale, this is the character that you wail on. This is 1000% the character that you wail on. Alright guys, I'm dipping. It's been real. I'll holler at you next time. Peace out.